Hello Aries, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your no contact love reading and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course. All of that is in the description box below for you. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what is going on for you. We're going to grab a couple of these for some overall energies, and then we're going to jump right into your tarot. Person Aries is in no contact with. What is their energy towards Aries? Okay, we have unblock me. I miss you and I want to connect. Please unblock me, either literally or energetically, so we can speak. I have a lot to say. And then we have honesty or the truth. And at the bottom of the deck, we have heartbreak or shattered. So someone definitely does feel like you are out of reach for them at this time. Now, maybe some of you did block their phone number, block them on social media. For others of you, it does feel more like an energetic block where maybe you put up a boundary, maybe you stood up for yourself. There's something here where I'm getting a lot of like Seven of Wands energy. So yes, it definitely could be a physical block, but it could also just be where there's certain things or certain energies, certain behaviors that you are no longer willing to tolerate. And you may have made that very clear. So I do feel like for some of you, it definitely could just be an energetic block. Maybe for some of you, you've really pulled your energy back or started to walk away. I just saw 10:10 on the clock, so definitely could have been, some kind of ending here in the past. Some of you, maybe you're just seeing a lot of number synchronicities lately. That could be a confirmation for you. You can always look up those numbers and see if there's any additional messages in that for you. Now, with this honesty or the truth, for some of you, that could have been part of the challenge. Maybe that's part of why you blocked somebody in the past. Maybe you felt like this person was incapable of or unwilling to be honest with you. Whether that was about, whether it's secrets or whether it's just, being honest about their thoughts, feelings, and intentions. For others of you, this could be representing, and we'll have to see what comes up with the tarot. This could be representing somebody wanting to express something to you and like wanting to be very honest, direct, and vulnerable with you now. Now, with this heartbreak and this shattered energy, I do feel like somebody is hurting. I'm getting a few different messages from this. So some of you, it could simply just say that somebody is hurting over this situation, the current dynamic between the two of you. For others of you, though, I do feel like there could have been a situation that this person experienced. The sun's coming in a weird way. I kind of love it, though, guys. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully, it's not too distracting. Now, I'm kind of getting that for some of you, this person could have experienced something that was, very heartbreaking for them. And I do feel like it could have sent them in some kind of a spiral, had a very negative impact on them. This could be a loss of some sort, just a kind of a traumatic situation, a difficult situation. And you may have noticed a huge difference in this person and in the connection from that point. For some of you, maybe you've always known them to be this way and it was something that they experienced, much earlier in their life. And for others of you, I feel that I'm really drawn to like the wine glass on here. For some of you, this person could have some unhealthy coping mechanisms as well that could have played a role in, this person, where they're at, and in the connection. Now we are going to go ahead and get into the tarot. We're starting off with how you are currently being viewed by this person, and we have the Empress. That's very beautiful. One, I do feel that this person is viewing you as somebody who has been very caring and supportive and loving, nurturing towards them. I also feel like this person is very attracted to you. It is Venus energy. I also feel here that for some of you, this person could kind of be looking at you as somebody who kind of like checks all the boxes, or, you know, the person that, I don't want to say that they have you up on a pedestal, okay? I don't want to say it that far, but I do think this person does think very highly of you. I think that they think you're a really beautiful person, Aries, and they definitely feel like you check all the boxes here. I think you have everything that they're looking for. What is the challenge for this person when it comes to Aries? Okay, we have the Four of Wands. We're going to get one more. And the Temperance. So yeah, I see the Ten of Swords here at the bottom of the deck now, so there definitely could have been some kind of ending. It could have been a very difficult ending as well. For some of you, there could be a sense of betrayal involved in it. Now, maybe that was something that happened. For others of you, it could have just be the way that things went down. Now, with the Four of Wands being the challenge, a few things with this. The Four of Wands can be a card that represents having a goal. It can be, you know, a card that speaks about a goal, a finish line, an accomplishment. So I do kind of feel like that here. With it coming up as a challenge, I feel like there's a level of disappointment. There is something here that did not work out the way that this person was hoping that it was going to. I also feel here with this Four of Wands, the Four of Wands can talk about reunion. So it could indicate that this person, you know, has a desire for that, but feels like that is something that is either unobtainable or unrealistic at this time, or just would be a challenge given the current dynamic between the two of you. For some of you too, the Four of Wands can talk about like taking something to like a higher level of commitment. And I feel like maybe this is something that this connection struggled with, or maybe because of, you know, whether it's because of where this person was at, whether that's mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I feel that it was very difficult for you guys to progress or to take something to that next level. And I feel like this person is very aware of that now. I also feel here with the Temperance card being the challenge as well. The Temperance is a card of balance and moderation. And I kind of picked up on that already with the wine glass energy, where I feel like there could be somebody here, like I said, who either has some kind of like unhealthy coping mechanism, you know, whether that's like they, you know, game too much, they go out too much, they drink too much, they party too much, whatever it is. It's like it's something that's in an excess when it is the Temperance as a challenge, right? There's something that's definitely out of balance here for this person. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something like that. It could indicate that there is something that this person has to work on or work through. There's some kind of change that this person needs to make in their life. The Temperance is the process of transforming something from one state of being to another. And that takes time. And there's things that you have to go through. You know, it's a process. And that's why it's a card that represents patience. And I feel that, you know, this person could really struggle with allowing themselves to go through the process to actually make a change. Now, for some of you too, you know, with that card being a card of patience, some of you maybe did wait on this person. Maybe you were very patient with this person for a long time. But I feel like with no change, I do feel like at some point, maybe that's when you had to put your boundaries up. Like, okay, well, you know, I've been patient, I've been supportive, but nothing is changing. Actually, for a lot of you, I feel like something, not only did it not change, I feel like it kind of went into the other direction where, you know, it progressively just got, you know, kind of worse. And I think at some point you kind of had to, put out those boundaries here. How is this person feeling about Aries? We have the Three of Swords. So more of that heartbreak energy, disappointment. sadness. It is Saturn and Libra energy. It's, really represents, relationship obstacles. Sometimes the Three of Swords can also speak about acceptance. And I do feel like this person could be having kind of a hard time accepting, whether it's things that have happened in their life, accepting, certain, losses, certain changes, even, accepting the current dynamic between the two of you. Sometimes the Three of Swords can speak about forgiveness. This person could have a desire for forgiveness. The only challenge, the only problem that I really see with that is, I feel like there is a difference between forgiving somebody and opening yourself back up to them again. I think you can do, one without the other. And I feel here that maybe this person wants both of those things, where maybe you are able to forgive this person for things that they have done, right? But that doesn't necessarily coincide with, reconnecting. I feel like this person is hoping that it does. All right, tell me about this Empress energy. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you could have had a lot of mixed emotions about this, Aries. The Two of Pentacles can talk about having some mixed emotions or feeling kind of pulled in two different directions here. I mean, that could be, I feel like a little bit of a war maybe between your head and your heart is kind of what that's feeling like. Where I think for a while, Aries, your, head was telling you one thing about this connection, but your heart was telling you something else. I also feel like because you do have, a very big and giving heart, that I think it was hard to detach from this person, even though I think your head was telling you that that was probably the best thing to do. So I definitely see that that was something that maybe you struggled with, maybe a part of you still does. Tell me about this Four of Wands energy. We have the Chariot. Some of you could live at a distance from this person. You don't have to, though. Yeah, with the Chariot here, it feels like something is just, it was unable to move forward here. And that could be in the, and I feel like that's in the past. That's coming out under the Four of Wands is why something was unable to move to the next level, or why something didn't work out. And I kind of feel that here, where one, I feel that with the Chariot coming up as a challenge in the challenge position, something was unable to progress. And there could have been obstacles or blockages. And I feel like a lot of that was, this person's energy and maybe the imbalances that we spoke about earlier. Tell me about this Temperance. And now, Aries, I do feel here, because that Four of Wands, that is Aries energy. It's Venus in Aries. I do feel here that for some of you, you may be in a Chariot energy now, which is, I know what I want and I'm ready to move forward. It's also a card that really talks about willpower and determination. So I feel like you may be in a space where kind of like finally winning that little battle between your head and your heart, where it's like, okay, well, maybe in the past I didn't feel like I was strong enough to resist what my feelings were saying, even though my mind was saying something different, but I do now. It doesn't mean that you don't still have, the feelings, but I just feel a very determined energy from you. Clarifying the Temperance, we have the Ten of Swords. And to be honest with you, Aries, I do feel even here that once a separation occurred between the two of you, I feel like the imbalance for this person even turned up a notch. Like I definitely feel like it escalated some as well. So instead of using that as like a wake up call type of a moment where I feel like this person maybe spiraled a little bit more. Does that mean that they still can't turn it around? No. I'm a firm believer that I really truly do believe everybody can change. I'm enough of a realist to know that not everybody will, but I do believe everybody can. And I feel we'll just still pray for them. Okay, we'll send up some prayers. I do feel like there was a little bit of a more of an imbalance here. And even coming out the Chariot to the Ten of Swords here, I feel like you being very determined to, move past this and not get stuck in this space. And I feel like this is so fitting, Aries, because we just finished the Year of the Snake, which is all about shedding, and it's about releasing the things that can't come with us into our future, things that can't come with us into our new beginnings. And now we're into the Fire Horse, and it's all about forward movement. And you can see that here with that Chariot. It's definitely that determination, that willpower to make the changes and have that transformation and create the things that you want for yourself. And it looks like you're doing a phenomenal job here. Clarifying that Three of Swords energy, we have the Page of Pentacles. Let's see, there we go. Somebody may reach out for your forgiveness, may reach out for an apology, or like to extend an apology. Somebody just may reach out from a heavy place. You may end up hearing from a person, okay? For some of you, you could be dealing with somebody who's a little bit younger than you, maybe a younger earth sign, but you don't have to be. But I do feel like for some of you, that is something that could be coming up. Now, the signs that I'm seeing for you, I see Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Sagittarius, Gemini. I see all the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Libra. Those are the signs I'm seeing for you, but it could be any. It is a general reading. So even if I did not mention a specific sign, the reading can still resonate for you. I did just hear Leo, so some of you could be a Leo as well. Everything that you need to know is in the description box below. If you want personal prayers for any reason, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next time.